Hey everyone, I'm glad you watched this video before you started. All right, so we're going to first talk about fact and opinion, and we're going to use Mr. Thurgood Marshall as our first example. But before we get into verifying our facts and going back in a text and looking for answers and making sure that you can prove that something is a fact, let's talk about opinions. Opinions are things that some people may not agree with. I hope that you watched the Brain Pop Junior video that was attached on this assignment because it's really going to help you with opinions. For example, if I believe something in my heart to be true, but you don't agree with it, then it's an opinion. Let me tell you what that looks like. If I believe in my heart that broccoli flavored ice cream is the best ice cream on the planet, and I know in my heart that broccoli flavored ice cream is the best, is that a fact? Even though I believe it's true, you definitely probably don't think that it's true. You probably know in your heart that chocolate might be your favorite, or vanilla might be your favorite, or mint chocolate chip, right? So everyone can have a different opinion. And even though in your heart you feel it to be true, other people can have a different um, feeling in their heart that they believe to be true. And those are opinions. Now, lots of times, kids, adults, friends, everyone, they have different opinions on things. It's very important that we learn opinions when we're young so we know how to respect others' opinions. So you need to, as a second grader, recognize what an opinion is and what a fact is. And then as we go on, we'll learn more about how to respect other people's opinions, even if they're completely different than our own. For example, would you yell at me if you disagreed with me? Would you be yelling at me right now about my favorite ice cream, broccoli flavored ice cream? No, you would probably say, oh, well, that's interesting, but I like vanilla. So we'll work on that a little bit later. But right now, we're going to learn how to recognize what is a fact by verifying it and looking in the text, and then what is an opinion by saying, do you think everyone would believe this? And now let's talk about Thurgood Marshall. Thurgood Marshall was a well known lawyer who fought for the rights of African Americans. Thurgood's most known case was Brown versus the Board of Education. He won the case, which showed that segregation in schools was unconstitutional. That means that splitting kids up based on what they look like is against the law. Thank you, Thurgood Marshall. Am I right? Okay. Marshall was appointed a judge on the United States Court of Appeals. He was later nominated for the Supreme Court and became the first African American Supreme Court justice. Now, those might have a little bit of words that you're like, what does that even mean? So let me break it down for you. He was the first African American Supreme Court justice, meaning that he is the highest I'm going to say highest ranking judge that there is in the United States. He's not there anymore, but he was for a long time. And he was the first African American Supreme Court justice, which paved the way for many, many others that wanted to do the same thing. So he's a very good example of someone that you can look up to for following their dreams despite everything. He made lots of wonderful changes for us that we still get to enjoy today. Now, let's talk about facts and opinions. So the first one says Thurgood Marshall was a lawyer. Let's verify it by looking back in our text. So if I go back to this slide, I know that it is verified. See, Thurgood Marshall was a well-known lawyer. Well, was he a lawyer? Yes, we just verified it. We just looked back in our text. So we can take that and we can put it on the fact side. Now, this next one says, Thurgood Marshall is my favorite. Well, if we look back in our text, I don't remember seeing that. And I also know that in my heart, Thurgood Marshall might be my favorite person I've ever learned about, or my favorite person from history. But you, in your heart, might have a different opinion, right? You might think that someone else from history is your favorite. So we know that that is an opinion. Thurgood Marshall won a case called Brown versus Board of Education. Well, we can go back and verify it. Look, Brown versus Board of Education. He won the case. So, did he win it? Absolutely. It's a fact. It really happened. You can't argue that in your heart because you don't get to have an opinion on it because it's something that really happened. Now, you can have an opinion on that saying, oh, it's good. I know that in my heart. And I think most people would agree with your opinion, but it's still a fact here. We could change the sentence around to be about it and make it an opinion, but we're not going to do that. Okay, here's one. Thurgood Marshall should be more famous. Think about that. Was this in what we just read? I can't verify it. And I know in my heart that I think so, but other people might disagree with me. They have opinions, right? Just like me. All right, Thurgood Marshall should be more famous. This next one says Thurgood Marshall became the first African American Supreme Court Justice. And you probably remember me rambling on about that a minute ago. Here he is, became the first African American Supreme Court Justice. So, yay! That goes to the fact side. All right? Now, let's go down. Now, there's another one that I'm not going to go through 100%. I'm not going to go through it all, but I am going to show you and model with you how you're going to do your activity. You're going to have two people to do by yourself, and this is one that I'm going to show you what you're going to be doing. So first you're going to look at the name of the person. This one is Sarah Breedlove Walker, and I just call her Sarah Walker. When I do the fact and opinion, I never did Sarah Breedlove Walker. All right. Sarah Breedlove Walker worked as a laundress before developing the Walker system for African American women. Now, you might not know what a laundress is, but you can probably check with the picture and go, oh, that's laundry hanging out on a line, right? She did people's laundry for money. That was her job. All right. And then she developed the Walker system. So here it is. The straightening system became popular and was sold through door to door sales, which meant she went to one door and she knocked on it and she said, hey, do you want to buy this straightening system called the Walker system? And that's how she sold the system. That's how she sold her straightening system for hair. They would do demonstrations using the product. So she would knock on someone's door and she would say, hey, do you want to buy this straightening system? And the person would go, oh, I don't know. Does it really work? And she would go, yes, I'm going to show you a demonstration. And a demonstration is when she would show a person how it works. And then here's the picture. We've got curly hair here, and she's using her straightening system, and she's giving her like a free demonstration to show her that, hey, see, it works. You should buy our product. All right, here we go. This is my favorite part. Sarah became the first female African American millionaire. See, this is her factory, the Madam C.J. Walker Company. Look at that. She was generous, which means very giving, with her money through charities and scholarships. So she was a millionaire and she actually gave a lot of her money away to charities and scholarships so people could go to school. All right, so here we go. Now, I'm not going to do all of this with you. I'm going to do one of each. You can pause the video and think about where the other ones would go, and then I'll tell you the answers at the end. But I'm not going to do all of them with you because I think that you'll be able to do it by yourself. So let's go ahead and start. Sarah Walker was popular. Well, that's an opinion. Okay? Sarah Walker helped many African American women with their hair. If you go back and look, which I'm not going to do, you'll be able to know that's a fact. Sarah Walker was the first female African American Sarah Walker was one of the first female African American millionaires. That's a fact, even though it should be changed. She was the first female African American millionaire. Now, you're going to pause the video and think, where would do the next two go? Sarah Walker was funny. Sarah Walker did laundry for others before she became a millionaire. Pause and think. Are you ready? If you need more time, pause it. All right, here we go. Sarah Walker was funny? Well, that's an opinion. And Sarah Walker did laundry for others before she became a millionaire. Whoopsies. And that is a fact. All right, so you're going to have two more to do. Your two more are on Bessie Coleman, which she is so impressive. You will really like her. And then the next person you get to learn about, hang on, let me get my thing ready. The next person is Benjamin Banneker. So I hope you enjoy learning about these wonderful, wonderful African Americans that we celebrate throughout Black History Month.